Yeah, you read that correctly. This is going to be the last brew review over here at BandEBrew Reviews. I've just decided that I might as well go out on a high note, which I'm not quite sure if this is or not. But if this sucks, I'm gonna pull a couple out that that Ed gave me, and they weren't all that good. So they've been aging since 2016. We'll see how this is. Poet's Brunch Stout from New Holland, and I'm gonna be in the appropriate glass. Trying to think of what I've had from New Holland that I know I've had some things from them that weren't Dragon's milk, but it's pretty far and few in between. So this is rather dark. It's probably a waste of time and just taking up valuable time that I can't get back. So that's the gym mode, Firefly. Then we got low, medium. Now it's lighting up the glass, high, and turbo. So nope, it is not making it through the glass. And that's like a critical thing. You just don't see some of those hacks out there not giving you guys the light test. We don't have time to talk about the smell though. Maybe we should have. It smells really good. Now this is an imperial stout with maple syrup, cinnamon, and natural flavors. Brewer's Best Series. Two Worlds Collide. Early enough for breakfast, yet late enough for a brew. Limited release, premium, and unique. Now, when I was taking that drag off of it, I was getting cinnamon, cinnamon, dee. Hey, let's just try to make the best of this, okay? All good things have to come to an end. Star Trek. Yeah. Let's see. Missing out on the Lakeshore fog, or should I say showing up. David Brown says, my hollow balls. Drop your favorite hand on your lap and go fuck yourself. Ben N was first. Congratulations, Ben. Multi-Gunman wants to know first what? Multi-Gunman, I didn't want to mess up my good hair day. I almost wore the Saskatchewan Roughnecks Roughnecks hat. I'm still in the process of trying to fix the awesome jersey that you gave me. I fell off of it. It's like, yeah. Actually, what I'm maybe gonna see if it's possible to find sew-on letters in place. He sent me a really awesome jersey. Shit. What, 7, 8 plus years ago, and it had Ebomi on the back of it, but evidently I don't know how to take care of my shirts. I mean, my pussy fell off of my Trump shirt. My name fell off of oh, and then the 6-7, 67, number 67, because birth year. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't lose my my blue line from my Frontline cigars. Yeah. Okay, let's just do this. I was really hoping this wasn't going to suck because it's a 4-pack and it's big cans. Not really there. Those actually look like they could be real, but you know, if Christine comes down here, she's evidently somehow became the leading authority on real versus fake. Personally, they taste the same. See, again, I don't still know if it's the fact that I've got some form of something and I'm dying. Of course, we all are, slowly. It can take its time for all I care. But it definitely does mess up the old taste buds. After that last one, what I was worried about is I just saw this one and had to have it because it was from New Holland. But I was like, oh man, this is basically talking about being the same thing as the last one. And I thought the last one was just way, way too sweet. You know, it was almost like maple syrup, you know, going and having your pancake syrup with an alcohol content. Other than that, no goodies or anything today. Gunwild says second bitches. Joey says here. Vocal Loco says the opening song was awesome. Laugh out loud. Okay, so good God, I was like, oh, Sam sends me the link to that, and I was like, yeah. She goes, Dad, I found a song that pretty much describes you perfectly, and I'm just like, man, I gotta have that for the brew review, and I've got a downloader, and it failed. The first time ever it failed. Right after I told you guys that I was gonna use that song. So I found another YouTube downloader, one that kind of works as a standalone program. The one that I have now is an extension, to your browser. But this one, I think they give it to you for like 30 days. And at this point in time, I was just like, I don't give a shit. I'll take it for 30 days. But after that, it was like something like $1.50 or something like that. I don't know, maybe. I mean, it worked fine for this. And my other one was no longer working right for higher resolution. But I mainly only wanted the YouTube downloader because I would go and find music video or music that I liked. Case in point, do I look like I give a fuck? To me, the video quality, the download quality was kind of irrelevant. You know, it was like, okay, 1080 didn't work, 720 didn't work, but 380 was working. I'm like, that's fine. All I'm going for is the sound. But yeah, so yeah, I was like, and the strange thing is I can't remember if I got one and deleted it or I didn't even get one. I may not even have gotten a copyright strike or a copyright slap. You know, it just says, hey, this isn't a oh, by the way, on a last B&E video ever. But the good news is I am going out on a Go Fuck Yourself YouTube because yesterday at midnight was 90 days since I got the strike against the channel for supposedly showing nudity. It was kind of funny because the day that I got the strike, I went out and I watched a woman blow paint eggs out of her twat, and yet nude. I mean, they showed her. They showed her doing everything but the reload. Somehow, it wasn't okay for us to watch her shove the paintballs in her twat, but it was okay for her to be totally naked, plopping them out on canvas. Yeah, but, heaven forbid that you might be able to make out a nipple through that, because that offends the homos at YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube, you just send a lot of mixed messages. I'm not sure if you're ever going to get laid. Poco Loco again. Shut the fuck up, Joey. Jolson, this video needs cowbell. Oh, does it? Does it, Jolson and Tardisius? Does it really? Does it really need cowbell? I mean, would we all be better off or not tomorrow if there was no cowbell today over here? I mean, Tardisius, I know he does his best to cowbell the fuck out of the universe all the time, but, you know, I'm not sure on his count how many videos he has up. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the credit where credit is due isn't happening anymore. I may actually have more on-air cowbell than Tardisius. But now Tardisius does, you know, go at it a lot better. I mean, if it was pornography, he's definitely Pornhub material, and I'm just kind of the risque shit towards the end of an R-rated movie. You know what? I'll tell you what, Jolson. You know, all things being equal, if you like the fucking cowbell so much, why don't you hang one from the mirror of your semi-truck? You know, since you're in your truck all the time, the natural motion of your truck going down the road, you can cowbell all day long. Shit! What? That doesn't sound like a good idea? Oh. Okay. The other one is... Where's the other one? Oh, the other one's in my bug out bag. I gotta fucking fix that. Oh, sorry, we just, this one has been I gotta find something cool to stick on there, but I'm not sure I have anything cool enough to put on a cowbell. So, if you're wearing headphones, and it's late at night, I'm about to go cowbell. In case you didn't know, this is a metal cowbell. Smile Money says top 10. Clyde, I'm back. Revolution. Clyde, where the fuck were you? Did it take you this long to raise bail? Real Cobra Burnout, top 10. Fu Master Chew. It's good to see the intro babes are still on fire. Yeah. John Solar, top 10. There's a lot of top 10s. I wonder if there's 11 top 10s. Real Burnout, put an asterisk next to the flask reviewed while sick. So you can revisit later, of course. Oh. That's a good idea. Cobra. I like it when you talk A1 retro builds. Oh, wow. Here's the perfect Oh, there's another one from him. We better just... Cobra says, I had problems with the DRG BCG as well. Bolt was out of spec. I swapped it for another bolt and my build, and I had going ran good after that. That's all I'm gonna say about that, except for I hope they have improved their process. Yeah, so do I. El Tenda, if you see this, well, this one, which is not mine, this one belongs to NIHAP, and it's kept here for you know, in case the world turns upside down, and to make Eric feel good. Yeah, it's badass. I mean, except for that. That's, you know, who the fuck wants one of those? And of course, it's you know, why would it not be ready to go? Yeah, this happens to be the bolt carrier that I, you know, selected and spent money for Stalker Steve, because I wanted my little Stalker Steve to have the best, and yet this one didn't work worth a shit in his. both from DRG Manufacturing. Both showed up in the same box the same day, but this one runs fine in NIHAPs. God damn, these are awesome. He actually bought this strap and then bought me one. It's actually listed for the M1 Garand, but the proper one for the M1 Garand is what's on the M1 Garand. But this one is just, I mean, you could probably hoist a truck up from this one. And then of course my next door neighbor Miles, being that he's actually ex-military, he's like, oh, these are kind of cool. So he's like, you know, I want you to have one of these. And I said, well, this is NIHAPs. And he goes, whoa, I got to make sure NIHAP has. I mean, the only thing that's sort of not correct on this is this was a nickel boron enhanced mil-spec trigger from Palmetto State. And I used it on here. I can't even remember what this thing oh, it's from mil-spec. It's, God, there's just a pinch of creep. Reset. The reset's awesome. So that's this would be what's known as not mine, but it is badass. Furniture is all, I mean, I wouldn't want my furniture to be absolutely perfect. I mean, who the hell wants one that looks as awesome as that one stock that Steve has? Of course, I showed you this. This was my this was mine, and being that I was curious, I decided to look at exactly what I have. I have, and I'm really happy to have it because it'll look like the real deal. Stock number 312. My grip. That awesome sling from NIHAP. And I told you guys, it isn't, I mean, when I'm holding this here, if you remember yesterday's conversation, I said that it's gray. And it is gray. It's not black. But it's not, you know, it's not like necessarily a night and day difference, unless, of course, you plug a black upper on it, and then it turns into something different. But this is the Brunch, and that's why I wanted to get a Brunch upper. And I don't know what the hell the deal is, why it's turned into this huge problem. The only other thing I even thought of is just getting another upper and sending it to like Jim to bring it to Florida Customs and have them spray the upper and lower together, because the only way I'm going to get the right color out of this is to get it from Brunch, or possibly, and I'm I'm drawing a blank now, I believe there's a company that makes it for Brunch. So if you get their gray, it's going to be this gray. But see, you can see it's just subtly, like right now, it could be my lighting. I could be telling you this is a black lower, and you would never not know the difference until, of course, I don't have a, or do I? There's always something laying around here. What is that? No. No. Right. It's buried. I have an upper ready to go, but it's there's a bunch of shit stacked up on it. And the one that's on top is a AR-10, a complete AR-10 assembly ready to go. But yeah, it's gray. So that's all I have. I need I need a complete lower parts kit. I ended up using the A2 buffer spring. I need basically I need. I'm so far away from finishing this. It's just turned into it's not even funny. You know, when you've gone out of your way to make a special case to put your upper in. If I want to look at something damn cool, though, I always have this guy. That was the only thing that we did different when we built Project Secret Squirrel 1, which was the retro build for my my brother-in-law, and we were trying to build this thing we were trying to get feedback from him, and I really didn't give a shit about anything other than dedicated upper or not. And me and Travis got him in a conversation one day. Basically, Travis acted like he wanted to do a retro, and he bounced questions off of Michael, and Michael's like, well, you just don't know. You might want to actually use that for hunting someday. So I would go with a flat top with a carrying handle on it. It may not be period correct, but down the road it does give you a lot more options. So that's when we built Michael's, we built his with a removable carry handle, just because of the way he answered that question. But that thing was so sweet. Me and Ray, STL Ray Edwards, we took that up to my buddy Rob's. Love you, Rob. Took it up to Rob's house, and Rob gave us a pile of dinner plates, and he's like, just go out back, have fun, don't worry about the mess, man. When it gets to be annoying, I just bring the bulldozer back there and we call it at the next level and start again. So we started off with like these 10-inch dinner plates at 75. It was like 75 or 80 yards, and it was just like boom, 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 and I go, oh, I better stop and let Ray take a few shots. Boom, boom, boom. 10 plates, 10 shots. Then we had halves, and then we boom, boom, and then the halves were quarters. And then, long story short, we were setting up pieces about the size of a quarter. And Ray's like, we had like 10 of those set up, and Ray's like, bam, hit, bam, hit, bam, hit, bam, hit, bam, hit. And he's like, oh my God. He goes, I have never been so accurate with an open sight rifle in my life. And I grabbed it, and I was like, of course, now the pressure's on. Ray just did 5 shots, five pieces of plate about the size of a frickin' quarter. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was like, yeah, Michael's rifle turned out so awesome. Okay. Smile Money, let's not go down the retro road again, Mr. Three Prong. Harmarch 2. 11 top 20, haha. Holy fuck, the intro babe and the video babe for Flask 49. Sam, great choice of a song. I like that song. Rocco Burnout. At this point, maybe switch to a black lower and upper. Your rifle, though. I won't three-prong you. You too. Smile Money. Well, I could have used packing peanuts to mail beer, but Jim had cornered the market on those. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah. Oh God. I know, and I thought about it after, of course, the video was over. The Smile Money may definitely have cornered the market of getting it done, but I complete in JR10 Desert Gold. I apologize. I completely forgot about it, and it was just like going, well, I'm not just gonna go restart the video. I can always do it on the last video I ever do, and JR10 Desert Gold on the other hand, that his box was definitely hands down now I don't recommend this to everybody because a can of expanding foam on top of everything you just had to pay for, the contents of the box, but yeah, he definitely took the gold. He basically lined the inside of the box with foil, and then positioned the container of fire in the hole, and then expanding foamed it. I mean, now I was saying beer, so in all fairness, but as far as an overall, there was no way you were ever going to break this. It would have been impossible. Seriously, it was like a large box with a bottle at the center of expanding foam. I mean, that's just... Gillian, Mike, here, cheers. MP Gunther 1, 24th, damn. J-Dog, here. Harmarch 2, Eric. Tim has multiple channels. We should just report Tim as a fucking troll. I want to see him on Jim's channel. Well, I don't get what the game is. I don't know. Is there like money to be made by having a channel with that one channel of his had over, it was almost 60,000 subscribers with no content. And then his other channel, which didn't have as many subscribers, had 2 videos on how to get subscribers. I'm sorry. I like the old-fashioned way. None of those numbers mean anything without them people being your family and friends. I mean, you guys are, the numbers are so constant, it's quite obvious it's the same group of people watching this shit on a daily basis, and I so much appreciate it. I just, I feel bad that it's, that it has to come to an end, but it's just, I mean, you just can't drink all the time, and at a certain point you have to self-evaluate and realize that it's time to throw the bottle opener. It's time to throw in the bottle opener and go take on some meetings with David Brown. Not today, of course. MP Gunther 1, bubblegum and oak. Wow. Well, that's what I was getting, okay? Smile Money. Because of the flammability of terpene, fatwood is prized for use in kindling and fire starters. Okay, I don't want fucking fatwood grips. I want a really natural color changing, go from like a maple to, Jesus Christ, you people. Well, why not? Unless you chip some off and throw some fire to it, who fucking cares if it's fatwood or not? It's sick, okay? I tell you what, fatwood is definitely more durable than, say, making some Douglas fir grips or some pine grips. Everybody keeps telling me what I can't have. Would someone please fucking find me somebody that can make a reasonably priced set of grips for my Casual Raging Bull? Because I am just not willing to spend $300 to $450, even though that dude on eBay, they're badass. They are badass. Christ, the one that I like the least is so much better than the one that I have. But he's got a couple of them in there. I don't know, I spent the night looking at a bunch, and I was showing him the John Solar, and John's just like going, wow, I wonder how the guy does it. But then we realized even the ones that didn't look like there was a through bolt were two-piece. Everything that this guy makes is a two-piece. You know how freaking difficult it would be to make a one-piece wooden grip for that particular revolver. I mean, if the grip would accommodate it so that the body of the revolver could slide, slide completely in there, but it's not. Mr. 27, boo, and a lot of O's be boobies. And Multi-Gunman says, I approve of boobies. Mr. 27, hey, Canadian guy, or hey, Canadian gun guy. And then him and Multi-Gunman get a room. Smile Money, Joey appointment only at the gun store to maintain social distancing. Gun stores have been packed, and that's not good. Shut the fuck up, Joey. Fake news. MP Gunther 1, damn right COVID-19 is real. New York got a bunch of refrigeration trucks for the dead. No, I have seen the video of bodies on a forklift being loaded into refrigeration trucks. MP Gunther 1, take care and cheers. I try. I mean, I wish me and Christine could just sit at home. As is, I already lost a half a week's of pay because I wasn't feeling good. Some short ass days, missed Friday, missed Monday this week, and the funny thing is, I'm sitting home sick, and I still get a collection call from fucking Essentia Health. I didn't ignore the phone call, I just didn't get to it in time, and it was just like, I wish I would have. It's like, really? I bet you right now $1 million that whoever, it would have been a woman, of course, I've never actually speaking to a guy at Essentia Health, and this would have been in the, what Christine would have called Cube City, which is where, she used to work out of that building. Well, that building was closed. They actually barricaded off the entrances. You can't even drive into the parking lot. Actually, they're using that as they're going to be using that as a drive-through coronavirus testing area. So I would have loved to have actually talked to somebody, because whoever I would have talked to, they would have been working at home. And why are you working at home? Well, okay, I'm at home, and I don't have a job. So the last thing I give a flying fuck about right now is some bill collector. What the fuck? Really? People don't even know, or some people don't even, seriously, I had this conversation with you. You know how many people that I know in the restaurant business, and they are unemployed and now are going on the start of week 3. So everybody that they owe money to is going to be all cool. No, that's okay. We understand. Multi-Gunman, best brew girl I've seen in a while. Now he liked the brew girl.
You what?
I'm not saying I'm not usually a blonde person, but the intro girl was okay, and Multi-Gunman, if you're talking about the actual brew girl, I love you even more, because evidently you like them a little naughty. Real Cobra Burnout, support Mrs. Holster with a Mr. Holster shirt from Frag Out Clothing if you can, and then he puts the link in there. No. We support Mr. Holster, but we we also have to support our fetish for scantily dressed chicks. To the sunny slopes of long ago, in celebration of Mr. Holster and Jack. Okay, this link, $20. Just got done bitching that I don't have any money, but I have to, Cobra. This link will be the very first link that you run across at the bottom of this video. Please go over and pick up Frag Out Clothing. They have been awesome. We have worked with them on several unfortunate occasions. Great company. They always jump, and I have to watch. Actually, I apologize, Scotsman. I've been so completely out of it. I owe John Huber a call. He called me yesterday twice, wearing a fucking gas mask, and you could hear it in the message that he left. They donate all of, after the shirts are paid for, they donate the proceeds to Mrs. Holster. I mean, I haven't watched. I'm just guessing. I just know how this company works. I have to watch Scotsman's video. Because if Scotsman, if you ever actually got together with the rest of the family and let us know what's going on, it'd be a lot easier to help. But either way, I'm gonna have to go get a few of those. Thank you, Cobra. Din Scourge, at least you haven't been reviewing stuff like PBR as much lately. Hey, I personally, I didn't. Okay, so I had a few people say to me, hey, if you can't afford to go out and buy some decent stuff to review, at least if you have something to review, at least you're down in the man cave and this is therapeutic for me. I don't know what it does for you. And now there's probably more of you that are possibly sitting at home in your safe place, which is, at least if everybody was doing that, this would come to a halt quickly. I do have to admit that. If everybody could afford to just say, fuck it, you know what? There's going to be like one team of guys in every city that is just going to go door to door and hand you toilet paper and MREs, and they're going to be in a bubble suit, and then just stay home, and as long as it can't get spread, it'll be okay. On the other hand, the biggest, and when I use the word cesspool, I don't mean the towns themselves, but it's the COVID-19's ability to move amongst the population becomes so easy when you get to areas like Oregon, Seattle, California, New York, New Jersey, because this is where the big mass amounts of people are. And there's a lot of people that aren't using much in the way of brains. When 200 to 300 people show up to see the medical naval ship pull into port, dude, really? Fuck. Watch the video. Stay home. So yeah, Din Scourge, it was just a way of being able to, for me to hang out and review something. Trust me, there was nothing exciting for me. I mean, I've had this now for about a week, and it was a 4-pack, and as you can see, I've been good, and I didn't touch one. I figured, I could probably break into the stash. I'm only going to review one, maybe two if they're real good, and I could drink the other two. But no, I stayed strong. Oh, God. yeah, I don't know. It's almost like if they wouldn't have used the cinnamon. I'm getting like this again, and I don't know if it's me or not, but I have lost it's kind of like if you lost an arm but you still love shooting, you'd still go shooting. Well, I love hanging out with you guys, and so I'm still gonna give it a whack, but I'm not exactly sure if great. My buddy Greg can just not catch a break. Now he has something else, not COVID-19. Yeah, so the opportunity to hang out and blah blah blah, and I don't know if it could possibly be just the way I'm feeling and the lack of a finely tuned guesstimation center. But that cinnamon is like the part of it that I'm not enjoying right now. Well, I guess I'm enjoying it a little bit. Poco Loco. Okay, Google, what is a good sex position?
On the website menshealth.com, they say, great for G-spot stimulation and your partner's orgasm. Technique, cowgirl is one of the best sex positions because it allows for a variety of interesting sights and sensations, and offers your partner the psychological advantage of taking charge of pace and depth of penetration.
Hey, do you have any pictures?
Sorry, I don't understand.
What's the cowgirl position?
On the website refinery29.com, they say, being on top during sex, otherwise known as cowgirl or cowboy position, allows you to control the depth of penetration and the pace, while also keeping eye contact with your partner. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Oh, thank God. Hope there's pictures. Okay. Depending on how many comments are actually left, standing in is two-hearted ale, even though I hope we're not all the way there yet, is going to be more of this. Cadillac V. The gum you're talking about is Big League Chew. No, I Big League Chew, that was, for me, I can still get that. That comes in it looks like a thing of like chew, like it comes in not a Copenhagen tin, but in a sack. Yeah, I said sack. They're like yellow and either red or yellow, and with yellow packaging with like red, and it just says bubble gum on it, and it's just rolled up. I mean, yellow, red, and blue, like the tabs. So you just go zip, and it goes zip, and then you just then chew it, and it's like gum. Big League, that's like shredded. I mean, I like that too. Same taste, by the way. Cadillac V, you motherfucker, you. Steven, I've sent 7 to 9 beers, cans pack better than bottles, in a large flat rate box, and never had a package have any casualties when I sent them. Well, obviously you need to put up a video on exactly how to do that, because there's guys that want to know. Actually, that could go viral for you. Just remember me. Mario Mosen. Hey. No, I don't care. What you little pop-up window? No, and I really don't care about you either. Fuck off. Johnny Concho. Yummy dynamic duel at the end. Well, it was 2 for Tuesday. I had to put them in there somewhere. I mean, I kind of have this new thing, you know. I know you'll be surprised because of Big Jeff, Sharky, Brad Thomas, and Brad Thomas. Wade every now and then. Trying to think. I don't want to piss anybody off, but I get a barrage on a daily basis of potential brew girls, and I must save and scrutinize them thoroughly before allowing you guys to see them. So the folder is a rather large one. Case in point, I believe this girl is just out of there was like A1, 2, and then I gave up on the count, and then like B1, 2, and then the numbers grew, and then this girl, I think that it was EB 396. So that was just, and then of course there's the 2 for Tuesday file, and then there's a completely separate one. There's Gun Girls, which were just girls with guns, but I kind of went away from them. And then there was then there's Brew Girls, which every single one of them, in order to qualify, had to be dressed something like this, and then there had to be alcohol in the scene. So yeah, it's a painstaking thing, but lately it was like there is just so many possibilities. It just kind of have to go with you can't go, okay, I'd say on the scale of 1 to writing bad checks, she's like a 7.5 or an 8. Let's just keep going. No, I realize that if I walk down here at say 3 o'clock, I could spend 45 minutes to an hour pondering over what brew girl to use. So I just had to Matt Davis on the I'm drinking scale. I give this review a 12 because I'm freaking drunk. Good job, Matt. I appreciate that we're hanging together. Gunwild, the E2 Armory has a carry handle upper that is unfinished for $82. You can always have it Dura or Cerakoted to match your lower. It doesn't come with the parts kit or rear sight. They none of them seem to. Unfortunately, it is a lot cheaper than what that Brownells one is supposed to be. But then again, the time, if Florida, I don't even know if I could even get anything done through Florida Customs right now. I might have to just send it to Jay at Elite. Either way, thank you, Gunwild. Excuse me. McLean 5179. Eric, you make me grip my fat wood. Stephen again, fat wood isn't marinated in gas. Shavings are easy to burn with ferro rods, but industrial uses for fat wood include production of turpentine. Then fat wood is cooked down in a fire kiln. The heavy resin product that results is pine tar. Stephen again. I'd pay to see the nut shaving. Stephen, maybe Jim can donate a Strike Fire 2 Red Dot. Stop. McLean 5179. What about one of those $100 Bushnell Red Dots for the new pistol? Or is that too ghetto? I have one. Them is good. it's a well-made red dot. You know, it's just, no, it's not ghetto. I'd love to have another one. I had one and I stupidly, I don't have it anymore, do I? No, I sold it. I don't know. I really like the Holosun. I like that the Holosun with the solar panel on top. I want to say it's the Holosun 515C or something like that. You know, the unfortunate thing is it's in the 300 plus category. I wish I knew someone at any one of these companies. Scott, Insight Freedom, the last on the girls' bill donated that Romeo, the Sig Romeo. That was a really nice one. To answer your question, no, it's not ghetto. It's probably fucking just as good, if not better, than some of the rest. Shit, the fucking $59 one that I have on my MCK doesn't have any bleed around the outside edge. I saw a review on a $150 Vortex that was bleeding from the outside edge. So it's like it had nothing on the one that I have. But it's just like, the bottom line is, right or wrong, and I don't need to be a name, throwing names out there, but we're trying to raise top dollar as fast as we can for that man right there, and to be able to say, okay, it has a 3D billet receiver set from DRG Manufacturing, and a Wilson Combat barrel, and a Huber square brake, and the Patriot Ordnance trigger in it, and the Strike Industries stabilizer, and like I wanted the Magpul M-Bus Pro flip up sights, and then a blah blah blah. It's all big name stuff. Just I don't know. It's no. The Bushnell is not ghetto. The Bushnell is very well made. I mean, if I could have afforded to buy the Bushnell, that's what I would have put on the MCK. Gunwild fatwood is full of resin and extremely flammable. Preppers use it to start fires easily with a ferro rod and striker. Not a wood you want to make gun grips out of. It's usually sticky. Okay, fine. Fuck the fatwood idea, but a real rustic. I think that revolver would look awesome with really rustic grips instead of just fuck, if I had $450, a set of the checkered rosewood grips that this guy makes that I found on eBay, hell yeah. But $450? It's like that's like half the cost of the revolver. McLean again. My favorite part was when you scratched and sniffed that ass. Cheap old gun guy. Were you perhaps reminiscing about Bazooka Joe bubblegum? Not in this particular case, but the Bazooka Joe. Those were those. They were relatively thin, about that wide, and it just kind of looked like a chip. And when you opened it, it actually had a comic on the inside. I don't know if they still make those or not, but again, the same taste of the bubblegum. But thank you. Now I am reminiscing about Bazooka Joe. That was some great shit, because not only did you get an inexpensive piece of bubblegum, but you got a comic that you could read. Wade, glad you're feeling better. Love that song too. Where are we? Oh my god. Seriously? Hit the big go baby go button. Jay from Elite Ammunition. Nah. 2 silicone blondes. Guess I would put up with the intro, girl. Jay, 16-hour days here, spending so much time loading T6Bs for orders, I haven't been able to run anything else. I wish I could afford to place an order with you, Jay, on T6Bs. And kind of a holy grail is, can you imagine my D60 mag filled? That would be 60 of those very pricey little rounds. Well, not little. In 5.56, because Jay does do that every now and then. The last time was a little fundraiser thing. Smile money. I have not shot for months. Damn you, double action for closing. Now the crud breakout keeping from joining another range. Dead on range is open. They're essential. Hope nobody there gets sick. Joey, that's why I sent your packages FedEx. Joey, JR10's foam box was pretty good too. Yes, it was. Crazy Scotsman, minute 24, not too shabby for a whiskey, bourbon, scotch. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. Crazy Scotsman says another killer brew babe. And then Scotsman says, yes, Mr. Holster would give you shit about the Smith. Is classic, even though it is not one of their absolutely beautiful revolvers. Oh, Scotsman, I got two things for you then. Get back in your bowl. Crazy Scotsman. Oh yeah, Scotsman. Oh, 29 Classic. Chambered in. 44 Magnum. This would be Christine's beauty. We got, those aren't Underwood. I don't remember what these were. This thing is just, and of course, Scotsman. And Ed, you crazy bastard. It was like, well, I apologize because most of you probably heard the story, but me and Ed spent about a year and a half, well over a year, trying to find the perfect 29 Classic for Christine. He made multiple trips to multiple gun shops. He'd be like, oh, I'm looking at one after work. That one sucked, Eric. It was in really bad shape. And then Ed found this. And then we pranked Christine. Ed did a pseudo video saying, "Hey, look at my new gun." And Christine's going, "Son of a bitch! I'm so happy for Ed, but that is such a beautiful gun." And then towards the end of Ed's video, he goes, "I'm just kidding. This is Ms. Bomey's gun." And she's like, "What did you just say?" And I had the gun and opened the case and slid it over to her on the table. I can't remember where the video is, but I put my GoPro and turned all the lights off on it so it wouldn't light up, and I recorded her watching Ed's video and then her reaction to getting this. Yeah, she cried. So this is Christine's 29, and this thing is so much fun to shoot. Ed, you are just such an unbelievable person. Scotsman, hope you approve. This particular Lafroig is not my favorite, but very good because of that. It's It's from Isla. I was like reading an article on scotches, and most of them all come to the same conclusion. An Isla Scotch is a particular taste that most people probably would not like. To me, it is the best. Scotsman. Now, there was no difference in taste. That was all Lefroy going down right there. That awesome smokiness. I would like to try something else from them. Something maybe a little heavier, hitting down the financial pike someday. Oof, that was good. Thank you, Scotsman, and thank you for everything you do. Just, I don't mean to give you shit, but you just remember, you're part of a family, and there's a whole bunch of us that could definitely help. You don't need to always go it on your own. EMT Rail fan, I can't take it anymore. I buzzed my hair with number 3 yesterday. I'm ready myself. Sharky, it will be an epic moment when you sort out the retro AR. I'm drinking to the moment in advance right now. I could sort it all out if I had a bunch of frickin' money, but in all honesty, I could right now. There's so many fucking idiots out there. I could probably sell my G19, sell one of the AR builds, probably sell the 20. I could probably scrunge, take something apart, put the 24-inch together, and sell that and get some good money for it. But I just don't. I just don't want it. I don't know. I don't really want to know. No. The problem is after looking at it, it just needs so much. I mean that whole A1 A2 buffer tube spring and buffer, and that whole assembly is just some decent money. And like I said, I had some stuff set aside, and I used it all to do Stalker Steve's build. I guess if I had to, I could pirate the shit off of the 24-inch, because that's an A1, A2 setup because of the Luth stock on there. Yeah, it'll be when it can be. I'm not worried about it. Sharky, to make it worse, numbers being reported about COVID are often skewed or just flat out a lie. Just Google how many urns are being delivered to crematoriums in Wuhan. Now go and compare that with the numbers of the fatalities reported. Oh, I know. They're fucking so full of shit. Some of the stuff that I've seen, oh my god. Some of those videos. Charles Fish on the Flask number 36 video. I hope you come to know Jesus before it's too late. Charles, I fucking already know him. I have him right here. There you go. Wow. Okay. Hang on. I know he's never going to see this. I do know him. I keep Jesus in my basement. There. Carpe Diem with the last comment. Bourbon is much more enjoyable whiskey than Scotch. My opinion. Do you know the distinction between whiskey and whiskey? Trivia? Scottish or Irish? If it's Scottish, there is no E. And if, yeah. I prefer the no E whiskey. I appreciate the fact that you're a bourbon fan. Me? No, for me, a heavily peated whiskey. This right here, this is Mother's Gold right here. A heavily peated whiskey, because they can't call that Scotch, is unbelievable. The best I have ever had in my entire life as of this moment in time was the Octomore. But understanding, again, I would have to be given some really good bourbon, and I have had some really good bourbon. The Beacon at 100 proof is some of the most incredible. I mean, normally I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, there's two different flavors. Now, like I just said, an Islay Scotch definitely brings a. It's not for everybody. It's seriously not for everybody. But probably as of this moment in time, one of my favorite straight barrel bourbons is this one, the Old Cavalier. Then again, Jules, for what you paid for this bottle, I love you so much, Jules, but that is just wow. Okay. Going to the 200 Ale Club to the Sunny Slopes of long ago. Hashtag Justin's final mission. First in is Gunwild. I'm sitting at the doctor's office with a surgical mask on. What the fuck is the world coming to? Not sick, just my regular checkup. Cheers, clubbers. Wow! You can't do that here. You cannot do that here. John Huber was supposed to have hernia surgery, and they canceled him. He has to push the hernia back into his body 2 or 3 times a day. Canceled it. It's not important enough. I could not go get a checkup right now. There's no way I could go get a checkup right now. Gunwild, I am actually shocked that you're having a checkup appointment. I hope there's a little bit of going on. Smile Money. Just in case anyone is concerned, my living room couch is firmly being held down as I type this. Now apparently it is time to drink again. Cheers. J-Dog. Heart Club to the Sunny Slopes of long ago. David Brown, not first, but close to best. And last is Joey. Yes, I made it to the I Heart Club tonight. Okay. Din Scourge. I should have actually addressed this before we went to the club. I am going to sit on those last 2 cans, either after I'm dead, or when I'm feeling better. I will visit those and see if what I'm getting is based upon that or not. What surprises me is the Lafroig tastes exactly as I remember the Lafroig tasting. This, I'm kind of getting a weird cinnamon flavor. Now, because I want to properly medicate, I am going to take a little bit of this with me and go upstairs and edit this video. I have to start rationing myself because I cannot get this. NIHAP said I should talk to Nick, the manager over at Keyport, and maybe see if they could get me a box. I'd have to. I would hope that they can get me a box that would be cheaper than me sending money to NIHAP and then, you know, paying for it plus the shipping. So I guess we'll see. See, this smells like it's supposed to smell. Now, if I reviewed this right now, I'd still be giving it a, well, if memory serves, I had to give that like a 9.5. Or if I give that a 10, I have to give the Octomore an 11. But God, it is so good. Okay, Poets. Whoa, wow, kind of freaked me out. I thought I was grabbing the empty one. The Poets Brunch Stout from New Holland on the E scale. Even though that cinnamon is kind of giving me a weird thing right now. It's 9%, and overall I still do like the flavors. It smells really good. I'm gonna wait and see. Of course, you'll never know because this is the last brew review ever. I'm gonna hang on to those other two until I'm feeling better, or somebody else will get to drink them after they find my body from the the coronavirus thing. But as this is, I'm gonna give this an 8, just as it is. So that's still not bad bitching about it. And please, guys, help Mrs. Holster and get a little something to remember Mr. Holster. Frag out. Yeah, I'll be honest when I say after the last bunch of stuff that they did for us, I with Ed and Mr. Holster and before, I need to go over there and spend money with their company when it's not a traumatic experience and trying to help because of the fucking C word. So just because I want to take it from Joey, let me hit the Cobra Stalker Steve button. Oh, son of a bitch. Joey stands as the last comment. Okay, guys. Cheers. And start over in black, Cobra says. No.